Technology Agency. And the director, Mr. Richard Ochiri-Fosu, who has given us a lot of support this year. Madam Patricia Edusei-Poku, Executive Director, Data Protection Commission, we are very grateful. Reverend Mrs. Patricia Obonai, Chief Executive Officer of Vodafone Ghana, we appreciate your support so much. We would also like to acknowledge the presence here, the 2020 ISPSC Best Orator, Inshira Hifron. I don't know whether she's somewhere here. Inshira, okay, she's here with us. Today we have a special talent we'll be exhibiting very soon. He is in the person of Nana Eke, winner of Talented Kids. He's a poet. He's very good with drum affiliation, and will give us a performance very soon. Nana Eke, if you are here, let's appreciate you. Okay, that's Nana Eke, please. Are you surprised? He's very good. You will witness that soon. I'd like to thank our judges who are helping us so much. They will introduce themselves very soon. And the board of directors of DD Global. Like I said earlier, the list is tall, but let me take my time and go through. Let me thank our sponsors, Regent University of Science and Technology, Vodafone Ghana Foundation, Fortune Rice, A-Life Soap, Jama Soap, Frightoff, all from Wilma, Africa, Fair Afrique Chocolate, Passion Air. Yesterday, they flew our contestants, and they had a good time. They had a lot of experiences. When they get opportunity, I'm sure they will share. Maku Foods, producers of curry products, marinade, shito, kebab powder, kelewele powder, curry vinegar, etc. Our media partners, Multimedia, Joy Prime, Joy News, all the joy. Madam Chairperson, let me also acknowledge the support from the head teachers of the various schools. We can also see parents here supporting their children. We are very grateful that you find this project interesting and worthy of support. The list is still long. Maybe I'll end the acknowledgement, and as we go on, I may get another opportunity to continue. Before I sit down, Madam Chairperson, having this program in the second year for me and for the team at DD Global is a significant milestone to both my team and then the team at the Speaker's Secretariat. We've been working hand in hand. They've been very supportive, and we really celebrate the second year, and we hope to see better successes next year onwards. Let me thank everybody for coming here. Our theme is digital inclusion. The students are going to make presentations. They are going to deliver keynote speeches on the theme. The MC will give a rundown of the rest of the activities. They will ballot for their topics. They will be given some time to go and deliberate on it outside, and then come and make their presentations. After that, there will be a second part, which requires the judges asking the students questions, and they have to think on the spot thinking to answer the questions. So to get opportunity to be here, I think you're already a shark. Let's give a clap of applause, a round of applause to all the contestants who made it to the top 6. We started with a lot of people. We kept dropping them as we went along. So this top 6 you see here are the best of best in Ghana. And very soon, we'll know who Ghana's best orator is. I would like to thank our partners who support us once again, because we're also giving opportunity to persons with any form of disabilities also. We have a representative from Wa Senior High School the best speaker from WA is a visually impaired student, and we thought that there's a good opportunity for her to show her speaking skills despite any other challenge. Madam Chairperson, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our media partners, honorable parents and teachers, dear students, I'd like to thank all of you for coming this year. We are going to have fun and may the best school win. Thank you very much.
Indeed, we're looking forward to having the best school win. So we'll get to know in a bit whether it's going to be Presec Legon, whether it's going to be Sunyani SHS, YSHS, Ola Girls SHS, Kenyase, or Ebri Girls, or Infantipin. So that we will get to know in a bit. Right now, I'd like to invite to the podium our chairperson for this afternoon's event, and that's Dora Darkwa-Mensah, who's the HR Director at the Ministry of Communications and Digitalization, to give us her remarks. I think you can do better than that.
The Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament, Right Honourable Alban Bagbin, Ministers, Members of Parliament, heads of participating schools, friends from the media, students, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, and I bring you greetings from the Honourable Minister for Communications and Digitalization, Mrs. Ursula Owusu-Ekufo, who would have loved to be here but couldn't join us because she's engaged in an equally important state engagement. Thank you very much for the invitation to serve as the special guest of honor for this grand finale of the 2021 edition of the Inter-Schools Public Speaking Competition. I remember those days when I was a student and the few occasions I had to stand in front of school, the teachers and the students to speak. I remember how difficult I had in preparing and gathering my materials and how to express those thoughts in front of my audience. Little did I know that I was being prepared for a lifetime job. And with that, I would say I went to Ebri Girls. So, ladies and gentlemen, the art of speaking has been and continues to play a pivotal role in social and economic development for individuals and countries alike. In medieval times, for instance, before a country goes to war, it summons its orators and gets the army ready for the task ahead. In this modern dispensation, soft skills, including the art of speaking, are more critical than ever as they equip you with meaningful ways to remain competitive and productive. For senior high school students, these skills allow you to stay on top of your class, give you a confidence boost, and will enhance your personality, which means better chances of admission to the university. It also helps build a good profile and sets you apart for leadership positions. It also sharpens your critical thinking and problem-solving approach, teaches you to be spontaneous, increases your amenability, and helps you to grow your knowledge base. In governance or management, the art of public speaking enables leaders to be accountable to their citizens, rally support for implementation of planned programs and projects, and to inform the people of government policies and programs and activities. We have in mind great leaders like Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana, President Barack Obama of the US, and President Patrice Lumumba of Democratic Republic of Congo, to mention a few. These were real great public speakers. To this end, I wish to encourage all students, particularly all the contestants, to take this event very serious and perform to the best of their ability. Ladies and gentlemen, it is towards this end that I consider the theme for the debate, digital inclusion, promotion and protection of child rights online, very relevant. To be able to fully participate in this fast-growing digital world, one needs to be appropriately skilled in ICTs and be able to enjoy affordable access to them in a secured environment. In this regard, the Ministry of Communications and Digitalization, in line with the President's digital agenda, has undertaken lots of innovative activities aimed at encouraging the use of ICTs. Topmost among them is the scale-up of the annual celebration of Girls in ICT initiative to twice yearly. That has led to the training of over 2,000 girls annually since 2009 in basic IT, programming, coding, among others. Also worthy of mentioning is the establishment of the Accra Digital Center, a state-of-the-art PO center that has trained over 8,000 youth in various ICT programs and accommodated 40 technological companies. The ADC also serves as an incubation center for lots of startups to grow into medium and large companies in future. The Kofi Annan Center of Excellence in ICT has also trained lots of institutions and individuals in certificate, diploma, and customized programs. Other projects meant for encouraging the use of ICTs in Ghana are the School Connectivity Project by the Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communication, GIFIC, that has benefited more than 350 and 650 senior and junior high schools respectively, and the establishment of community information centers, CICs, across the country as part of bridging the digital gap between the served, underserved, and unserved communities. The introduction of smart workplace at the public sector has also seen the digitalization of workflow and currently being piloted in selected MDAs. It is intended to improve productivity, transparency, and efficiency in the public service delivery. Related e-services has also been introduced in beneficiary institutions, including the Passport Office, Ghana Revenue Authority, Birth and Deaths Registry. To ensure the safety and security of the use of ICTs, the Ministry of Communications and Digitalization, in partnership with the Ministry of Gender and Social Protection in 2018, published the Child Online Protection Policy. The Cyber Security Authority has also been established to educate the youth and the populace on the safe use of ICTs. The authority also uses its annual celebrations to move around the country and train schools, workers, corporates, and individuals on the dangers in using ICTs. In conclusion, I wish to reiterate the relevance of mastering the art of speaking for all categories of persons. ICTs are becoming the order of the day, and all must endeavor to join the train. Government has put in place measures to monitor and ensure safety and security for children and adults alike through the regulations and education. We all need to use ICT to improve our productivity. Finally, on behalf of the Honorable Minister for Communications and Digitalization, and on my own behalf, I wish all the contestants the very best. May the best school win. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam. That was an insightful speech. The time Let's hear. Are you ready? The vim is too low. Are you ready? Are you ready? Now, don't forget to cheer your contestant on or your representative on. So when the person comes on stage or when we call your school, please, we need all the applause. We need all the cheering, okay? So can I have the representative from Presec Legon? Don't stop, oh. He's representing your school. The rep from Infantsipim School. Can I have the ladies? The rep from Ebri Girls SHS. And the second lady school, Ola Girls from Kenya, say, who is the rep? Let's cheer her on as she walks up to the podium. Okay, so I want you all to do this, okay? Because they don't have enough people supporting them, but we can do it together for them. Let's welcome the rep from YSHS. Oh, do it better. Do it better for her. Do it better for her. And now to the final school, Sunyani SHS. So these are the reps for today. I don't know who is going to emerge the winner, but I wish you all the best of luck. Now, before we start, we would like you to introduce yourselves and again, remind us of the school you represent. I'll start off with you, Presec.
I'm Andrew Carter from Presec Legon.
I am Kwanza Mefwa Justina, the representative of Sunyani Senior High School.
Please help her.
I am Letitia Nuruyang, the representative of WA Senior High School.
I am Echa Margaret, a representative from Ola Girls Secondary School, Kenyans.
Stacy Lulu, Ebri Girls Senior High School.
Stephen Osu, representative of Infantsipim School.
I'm loving the competition already. It looks like everybody has their A game on, and I can't wait to hear you deliver your speeches. But before then, we would like to ballot, so we'll have our usher working with the ballot. You pick a sheet, and that is your question for today. Great. So you have your questions, you have your numbers, right? Has everybody looked? Okay. Now we have to introduce our judges for today, and I would like Israel to take over with that.
All right, so you have your numbers as it is. So maybe we should unveil the numbers We'll start with you, Prisek. Open your number. Let's see what you got there. You have number 1. That's interesting. He was the first to pick, and he happened to have picked number 1. Okay. So,
Can you speak into the microphones for us, please? Number 3, okay?
All right. So the number I have here is number 4. Interesting. So 1, 3, 4. Hold on.
Thank you, sir.
What's your number?
Number 5.
Number 6.
Number 2.
That's interesting.
Very interesting.
Okay, so Rosalind, let's find out which question is going to which school based on the numbers that they have. So based on the numbers that you mentioned, we're going to tell you the question that's coming to you.
Okay. We have 6 questions here. So for question number 1, opportunities in the new digital economy. That's question number 1. Opportunities in the new digital economy. For question number 2, digital peace in the context of cybersecurity threats. Question number 2, digital peace in the context of cybersecurity threats. Question number 3. Okay. Question number 3. Mitigating electronic media addiction in the era of digitalization. I repeat, mitigating electronic media addiction in the era of digitalization. Did you get it? Okay. Question number 4. Reforming pedagogy to meet new digital opportunities. Did you get it? Reforming pedagogy to meet new digital opportunities. Question number 5, data protection in the era of digitalization. Data protection in the era of digitalization. And the final question, digital inclusion and climate change. I repeat, digital inclusion and climate change. Israel?
Okay, so you all know the topics that you're going to be speaking to, and fortunately you'd have some time to go over them, and if you want some clarity as to the topic, we'll give you exactly what the topic is so that you can have some time to go over that. But right now, I'd want to introduce our judges, and for our judges, we have Yvonne Amankwa. Hello, Yvonne. Okay, so our judges are seated up there, and I'll mention their names and give them an opportunity to tell us a bit about themselves. So we'll start with you, Yvonne. Please give us your full name and you tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay, thank you, Israel. Like he mentioned, I'm Yvonne Amankwa. I work with the National Information Technology Agency as an administrative manager and also directly from the Director General's office. And I've specialized in public relations and communications, and I'm very much interested in digitalization. So I'm here to have fun and to learn and then to support the best school. Thank you.
Thank you. So we have George Tata as well.
Yeah, just as you mentioned my name, I'm George Tata from the Ghana Education Service with the Ghana Central Municipal Education Office, specific. And I'm with the EMIS department, that is the Statistics Department. I'm interested in this program because of the English aspect of it and the structure of the language. That's why I'm here. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And then we also have Elinam. Elinam, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Elinam Hogley, the dreaded reviewer of your business pitches. You had great pitches, and I'm interested in business development using ICT for sustainable development. And your ideas are wonderful. I'm here today to hear what you have to say about digital inclusion, and I wish you all the best.
All right, great. So, Elinam, before I let you off, I'd want you,
Yes.
in the spirit of transparency, to let us know what the judges will be looking out for and how you'll be scoring the people, so everybody else is on the same page.
Okay, so in terms of our score sheets, we have the content of your presentations, which have to be appropriate to the topic that you have been given.
Let me just remind them to pay attention as you spell it out. Please pay attention so you know what to look out for.
So I'll go over it again. We have the content of your presentation that has to be appropriate to the topic that you have been given. Your delivery and the coherence of the delivery. It's not just the delivery, it's the coherence. Does it follow through? Does it tell a story? Then the creativity of your delivery. Because when you're speaking publicly, you have to keep the audience engaged. So how do you keep us engaged? And then finally, your disposition whilst you're giving, and your disposition and your posture whilst you're giving us your feedback or your speech. So that's what we're looking out for. It's 4 things, and we wish you all the best because we know that it's only the best that is sitting in this room. All the best.
All the best. Oh, all the best. All the best to the reps for the schools. All the best. May the best win today. So as you ponder over your questions, we'll take a performance by Nana AK. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome him as he walks up the stage to give us a performance.
All right, so Nana AK is about to give us that performance, and you are free to step out to want to go over your topics and prepare a little before you come back in. Okay, so we'll excuse them, and they'll get some clarity on their topics, and then they'll come in after the performance. So, Nana AK.
Happy Children's Day. Oh God, who created heaven and earth? After creation, you created we children in your own image. Shania Betinania Shania Betinania Kodu Se Bebuo Se Mbuo O Kiafuniem Geneshe She Nana Adodankwa Ekufuado Gana Mampahine Ekufukoto Birija Kensiambre Kuki Abene Ananso Wiapem Asunafu Busawase Nana Bekai Nana. Do you know the history about Universal Children's Day? Do you know the history about Universal Children's Day? Follow me and let me tell you some history about Universal Children's Day. The origin of this holiday goes back to 1925, when representatives from other countries met in Geneva, Switzerland, to convene the First World Conference for well-being of children. After the conference, some governments around the world designated a day as Children's Day to highlight children's issues. Happy Universal Children's Day. And intina me akuki ampe some na neke can shot Rina for TV3 talented case as well as a peace ambassador. And all case king, miss it, as soon as Jaqua, Sonodangua, Sunamangwana, Sunabangua, Nansu Sajaqua, Danquania Mangua, Mangua, Bijana, one day, one Guandano, Gopia, Siaqua, Nano Guaning. Ebio was it. San Fantafunia, Santafu, Anton, and Damantin, Tama, Universal Children's Day, Aqua Permanent, I say, as a Swafaman, Sanquadi, when we the children we are one, but with not one language. Some are gone. Engran for Muahana, Mumma Munsaswe, Namunsu Mudini, Engran Angrata Thompson, and Nanuma Pugo Kamamuti Besegana Mang, Engranga Shia Dukataka, Anata, Anata Bashi, Ano Makotoko, Balawatuabe, or say Yata, or Bro Yata, Wajimo, Engranatania Jane, and Anama within Kasiaba Kashre. Children's Day is celebrated on every year, 14th November, to celebrate the children and the joy they bring all over the world. The day also marks a birth anniversary of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who was extremely fond of children. As I said earlier on, we the children, we are one but with not one language. Some are also voter. And when I form Monsu Mudinio, and when I was my figure on the topic where I got a fatigue, be big and dinging, be big and dangantama, Muadiana, Mona Musa, I put it on the maternum if you're talk by dinner, and when I was my feeding, took la Jalaja, Koja, Pafu, Daddy, and yes, you are Katanoko, Jaganam, and Monsieur Pakaka. The occasion is said to have originated in Turkey on 23rd April 1920, and later on, the World Conference for the Well-being of Children held in Geneva. Some are also Lordness. Baregana bani tumukoroni no rakan sambrempo unyafo ni sala fukura mutima sikota konsrabangu atukmini atukwa tokosa ya ma musira barigama barigal zikatom prada Ibrahim Isa kan ya bro Fatima nanano ya ma osro ade ni wenye bia mu ona nya ni bisu hokuba ko no dia chaw na vrongo semego wasema wai pusi kan su se pusi bia tutua kaminsem ana bare insu so bia jam na su Universal Children's Day seminar medodom ereba inti munsuro. Happy Universal Children's Day. Oh God, who created heaven and earth? After creation, you created we the children in your own image. We the children play a very important role in the world. We play a very important role in Africa. We the children play a very important role in society. Since we the children, we are the future leaders, meaning we are very important. Yes, some are also Achem Pepera, or Kuntun Kunuki and Safo, we are Chirian Sanana, as a better Terequia Muhanga to do, Niabena Merequia, no Meregusa Tramusia Robank, or Foriata, or Fori, Amanfo Ata, or Posan Yanquia, or Johnny Johnson in Fifini. Sabi or Chini and Hunya Fanana, Squire Fassing will be him. Short, Rina for TV3 talented kids. I say, happy Universal Children's Day. Happy Inter-School Public Speech Competition. Thank you.
I think he deserves another round of applause. Nana AK.
So we'll now invite the students back in for us to start the main competition. So let's welcome students from Presec Legon, Infantsipim, Ola, WAS, SHS, Sunyani SHS, and Ebri Girls Secondary School. Let's welcome them with a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. You can do it better.
So it's obvious that they are all set to go. We have 2 more reps to join.
Yeah, 2 more reps.
And then we can get on with it. And they all know the topics that they're going to be speaking to. So what you're going to do is, I don't know which you would prefer. Would you want to sit? Would you want to come to the podium? Would you want to hold on to this microphone and feel free? Whichever way you'd prefer, just let us know. This is all about you. Okay? So we'll take, by the way, this is live on Joy Prime as well. And we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back with you. When we're back, we're going to be hearing the speeches that they prepare for us. Stay tuned in, we're back in a bit.
When you wake up in the morning, before you start your day, breakfast time is Kellogg's time. For work and for play, for a great start to your day, breakfast time is Kellogg's time.
We always start our day with a nourishing Kellogg's breakfast, powered with the goodness of grains and 11 essential vitamins and minerals. So in our family, breakfast time is Kellogg's time.
This advertisement has been voted and approved by the FDA.
Whenever Princess starts, the neighbors do complain that her voice and the beats are too loud. Who is scared of the voices of tomorrow's superstars?
You special in your way.
It's me, like no other.
Like you.
That must be a neighbor.
You special in your way.
It's me, like no other.
Like you.
It's me, like no other.
Here's to all amazing moms who identify and nurture the uniqueness in our kids.
Indomie instant noodles tastes great. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
The 2021 National Science and Maths Quiz enters the knockout stage. 81 schools slug it out in the 1-8 stage for coveted spots in the quarterfinals. It's the clash of the brightest brains from the 15th to the 18th of November. The 2021 National Science and Maths Quiz is produced by Primetime Limited and sponsored by the Ghana Education Service in partnership with ABSA Ghana and supported by... The broadcast of the National Science and Maths Quiz on Jaw News is supported by Cowbell, Our Milk, high in protein and vitamins, Puppet Pizza, Taste It, Love It, Ace Medical Insurance, the new face of health financing, Tampico, Simply Irresistible, You Lesson, Love Learning, DBS Industries Limited, we truly are your roof experts, Kings Group Limited, Set a Standard, Dole Yogurt, More, I Need More, and Smart App.
It's the Made in Ghana Fair 2021. It's the biggest and exciting fair in Ghana. Come witness the rich display of Ghanaian culture, products, music, and many more. Joy Prime brings to you the 5th edition of the Made in Ghana Fair from the Thursday 2nd to Sunday 5th of December, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day at the Junction Mall, Nungwa Barrier. This year's fair will be packed with loads of activities and many other surprises. For further inquiries and information, please contact 055-630-4521 or 0240-319428. Remember to observe all the COVID-19 protocols when visiting the fair. This event is brought to you by Joy Prime, your ultimate experience, and powered by Hits 103.9 FM. Sponsored by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Go for soya chunks, Inkulenu palm soup base, Ghanaian original taste, Savida Bonri Kente, Kente Papa Pafi, Ghana Investment Promotion Center GIPC, Grow in Ghana, and Go with Ghana. Media partners, Joy FM, Adom FM, Asempa FM, Inshira FM, Love FM.
I'm made in Ghana.
I welcome you all to the For Kids Paradise World. My friends and I get to talk about very interesting topics week after week with our top-notch resource person.
Be it educational and emotional, social and environmental, or health, the children's protection segment is got you covered.
Okay, are you ready? Yeah. We're doing opposite words. Okay, so positive, negative, good, bad. This is a feel of what goes on the Get It Right segment. We get to teach you new ways to enrich your vocabulary and to boost your confidence level. It even gets better, because Moi, the birthday queen, will get to celebrate your birthdays with.
Think you've had enough? We give you the vibe around the clock on the WhatsApp segment. Fill you in on all the gist and gossip in Ghana and beyond. And we also get interactive with you, our lovely viewers at home, by reading messages sent to us on all the social media platforms.
It's that's the Fidel, aka King Del. And once you see me on your screen, you know what time it is. So now, I want you to get your dancing shoes on. We count it up by teaching you some new dance moves and to make you hip and trendy.
For Kids Paradise is at 2 p.m. this and every Saturday.
And this is our world.
Now that's how we keep your emotions on a roller coaster ride. Grab a seat right here on Fresh Juice, where we give you the best entertainment news. You get to call in and share your POVs, that's your point of views about the question of the day, with me, Movi, the motivator. So let's get interactive on our social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter is at Joy Prime TV. Remember, Fresh Juice airs at 5 p.m. right here on Joy Prime, the ultimate experience. Cheers.
Joy Prime, the ultimate experience.
A complicated world can only be unraveled through exploration. Joy Prime Explore, bringing you deep insight into religion, culture, places, history, and all the beautiful things that make up.
The kidnapper has just called him up and demanded a ransom of 10 million.
I had told you, give me my family and take yours in return.
Arohi, you will obviously see your look-alike in the mirror, right?
Don't run so much at this age, you'll get a heart attack.
In my opinion, that was a naive kidnapper.
Yes, he was naive. Just like your police force.
Just like you when I want us to have a normal life.
To Die for Love shows Mondays to Fridays at 6 p.m. only on Joy Prime.
welcome back to the Accra International Conference Center, where we're having the inter-school public speaking competition. We're just about set to hear from the various contestants. We have 6 of them, from Presec Legon, from Sunyani SHS, from WA SHS, from Ola Girls SHS Kenyase, Ebri Girls, and Infansipim School. They each have their topics, and they have 3 minutes to deliver on them. We have the judges who are on standby, and they're going to be scoring. Rosalind.
Yes, so I'm excited about it. I see everybody's going through their scripts to make sure they deliver it correctly. So with a round of applause, let's welcome the very first school, Ola Girls Kenyasi.
Hello. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate this day. Do you remember, in 1765, Philip Kweku brought non-formal education to Ghana, when knowledge was transmitted orally and through apprenticeship. Today, formal education has become an indispensable aspect in any society, most importantly, in this digital era. In 2007, GES formally introduced ICT as a compulsory subject. In 2020, Dr. Bomi commissioned a program to provide free Wi-Fi to all senior high schools. Now, Ghana plans to bridge the gap between us and developed countries by integrating the internet and communication programs into the school's curriculum. The chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, the future of the country depends on us. We must be part of this digital world. It is for this reason that I, Echa Margaret, from Ola Girls Secondary School, present and speak to you on the motion, and I quote, reforming pedagogy to meet new digital opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, despite all, we are all seated here, knowing the challenges tomorrow brings, but yet we fail to provide provisions for it. This is usually due to lack of computers, lack of internet access, unqualified teachers, insufficient electrical supply, insufficient funding, etc. Over 60 years after independence, the educational pedagogy has always been the same. Now, we can help to reform it. Ladies and gentlemen, despite all these challenges, there are several opportunities out there awaiting us when we reform the pedagogy. Between the student and the teacher, it ensures personalized lesson plans, student-centered learning, it increases student participation, and enhances student-teacher engagement. Considering the challenges and the opportunities, the challenges is even more, and the opportunities outweighs the challenges. Therefore, I recommend that the teachers, it is a fact that most of our students are already comfortable using the wide range of online tools. But this does not guarantee that we know how to use these same tools for learning purposes. Exposing us from infancy to the digital world and motivating us is the key, because trials and errors are what will make us experts. To the policymakers, despite all the financial challenges, teachers can have quality teacher training through online, while others can meet face-to-face. To our students, we can substitute part of our traditional learning for technological learning, so that even if we do not find ourselves in the technological industry, it can benefit us in a way that cannot be seen presently. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, you students are part of me, and we are part of Ghana. We can reform the economy and the pedagogy in this era. The country I love is Ghana. Therefore,
unfortunately, I have to cut you. Your time is up. She deserves another round of applause. And she is representing Ola Girls SHS from Kenyasi. The second school to walk up to the podium is Ebri Girls Secondary School. Ebri Girls Secondary School will be speaking on digital peace in the context of cybersecurity threats.
And as you'd notice, she's taking off her mask. At this point, when you come to the podium to speak, you can take off your mask. When you're done, you can wear it back on. All right, so Ebri Girls.
The chairperson, judges, ladies and gentlemen, cast your mind back to when you created your WhatsApp or Facebook account. Did you read the data policy? I'm referring to that long list of terms and conditions. Don't worry, neither did I. Do you wonder why websites tell you to create stronger passwords when signing up for an account? We'll get to that shortly. In this era of digitalization, we are characterized by enormous technological evolutions and data transfers, making the topic of data protection a globally pressing one. Let's be honest. In developing countries like Ghana, data protection is not a prioritized issue. However, we are not exempted from being victims of data breaches. Just recently, Ghanaians expressed concerns over the action of the EC uploading the data of voters on a Google Drive, making it eligible to hacking. You would think that in this era of cybercriminals, this sensitive data would be valued and protected, but that was not the case. These concerns were raised because of the value of the data. The truth is that when cybercriminals get access to our data, be it personal data or corporate data, the resulting consequences include identity theft, financial loss, emotional damage, reputational damage, just to mention a few. According to a Clark School study in the University of Maryland, a hacking attack occurs every 39 seconds. That is about 2 hacks in a minute. You do the math. The chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, one major challenge we are facing in this era is maintaining our basic right to data privacy. In trying to maintain our basic right to data privacy, the government established the Data Protection Act 2012, Act 843, and the Cybersecurity Act 2020, Act 1038. However, the state interventions are not enough to protect all of our data. Ladies and gentlemen, every suggested way of protecting our data is simply basic measures that can be implemented by every individual. For example, using VPNs, backing up your data, encrypting your data, using anti-malware, and so on and so forth. One important thing, according to Eugene Kaspersky, a cybersecurity expert, sorry for that, a cybersecurity expert, the vast majority of data breaches is caused by weak credentials. So the next time you are creating a password, instead of you using your dog's name, your middle name, or even your telephone number, you should try using a combination of numbers, letters, and symbols to protect yourself. Lastly, about the data policy. Even though it's very long and boring, try to read it before you click that small box down there to agree and continue to the terms. My name is Stacey Nunu, and remember, to protect your privacy rights, you need to protect your data online. Thank you.
And she is representing Ebri Girls Secondary School. For the third school, let's give it up to WA SHS as she walks up to the podium to deliver her speech. She's speaking on mitigating electronic media addiction in the era of digitalization. You have 3 minutes.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Letitia Nuruyang, a visually impaired student of WA Senior High School. I am on top of the world today to deliver a keynote speech at this all-important gathering. I would like
to first thank all and sundry for making time to be here, especially all the high-profile personalities who are here to grace the occasion. Today, as requested by the organizers of the Inter-School Public Speaking Competition, ISPSC 2021, my speech is on digital peace in the context of cybersecurity threats. This topic has been carefully selected based on the general theme for ISPSC 2021, which states digital inclusion, promotion, and protection of child rights online. Permit me to start with a short story. Once upon a time, there was a boy called Derrick John who lived in a village. One day, John wanted to steal some data from his father's phone when his father was in the bathroom, but luck ran out of him and he was caught red-handed. All that I am trying to say here is that we now live in a world dominated by science and technology, and the cyberspace is full of problems. Let me now turn your attention to some cybersecurity threats in Ghana and the world at large. A cyber threat is simply any malicious act that seeks to damage data, steal data, or disrupt digital life in general. Cyber threats and cyber crimes are bedfellows, and according to a 2008 Internet Crime Survey, Ghana has one of the highest rates of cybercrime in the world. Ranking 7th globally, Wikipedia. I am moving on to some common cyber threats that make the digital environment unsafe for us and the generations unborn. They include computer viruses, denial of service, and compromised passwords. Let me now come to some cybersecurity threats. Malicious actors or people who indulge in cyber threats are but not limited to business competitors, unhappy insiders, and organized crime groups. Looking at all that I pointed out above, cyber threats are never static, and the cyberspace will continue to be a battlefield. How do we then achieve digital peace so that the digital environment is without attacks? Cyber safety can be achieved through the following, among others: antiviral softwares, creation of strong passwords, and two-factor authentication. In conclusion, it is clear that all is not well when it comes to the cyberspace. Cyber threats will continue to multiply, and these threats can only be minimized if the above measures, among others, are put in place. I cannot end this speech without appealing to the Cybersecurity Authority to continue to do more. Thank you for listening.
You can do it better. And she is representing YSHS. So on to the next school.
All right,
Okay.
Rose,
All right.
thought I should use this opportunity to enlighten you a bit. I don't know how many of you know about the Braille. Do you know of the Braille? So essentially what she was doing was reading from her sheets with her fingers. And this is something that she typed herself. So there's a pin, or there's a special typewriter that they use. I happened to be in the Kwapman school where we had a number of blind students, visually impaired students, and so I happened to know a bit more about this. So congratulations to you. You've done a really good job. Okay, another round of applause for her, please.
And now to the next school, speaking on reforming pedagogy to meet new digital opportunities. Let's welcome Presec Legon.
Just a little clarification. I'm speaking on opportunities in the new digital economy. Okay. Madam Chairperson, dignitaries, panel of judges, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Before I begin my speech, I want to conduct a little survey. Raise your hand if you do not know anyone who is unemployed. I thought as much. We all know someone who is unemployed. And I'm about to shock you. Guess what? There are no jobs in the country. I really wish this was an opposition rhetoric, but it came out of the horse's own mouth. Recently, our finance minister stated publicly that there are no jobs in the public sector. But hey, there's Ryan Kaji, a 9-year-old who is making millions of dollars from YouTube. And there's Benjamin Ahmed, a 12-year-old who's making millions more from cryptocurrency. That is a lot of money. And that is suggesting that there are opportunities elsewhere, opportunities in the new digital economy. But we have a problem as a country. 64% of children in Ghana do not have access to the internet. 64% of children in Ghana do not know what a Google Chrome homepage interface looks like. Can you imagine that in the 21st century? We need to do a lot as a country if we want to include children in this digital conversation. But the question now is, why? Number one, it is their right as a child, enshrined in Article 13 and 17 of the United Nations Convention of Child Rights. And number two, I'll be doing this in my speech as I narrow down perspective to one of the most important sectors of the country. First and foremost, we all agree that the economy isn't doing as well as it should. But the solution to this is not to focus on the physical economy as I'll term it, but to go digital. Because this is where the world is gearing to. And it's because there's a gold mine in there and we need to go for it. The Business Insider said in 2020 that social media influencers made $5,000 per month. That is a lot of money, and that is something the government should keep their eyes on. And this is just one sector of the digital economy. The digital economy is just the buying, selling, and movement of goods online by the enablement of ICT. So how do we tap into this resource? We need to get more young people online. Getting more young people online means exposing them to a vast array of knowledge, equipping them with skills to make impact globally and digitally. These skills, they don't even need to wait till they are of a matured age to benefit from them economically. Take Ryan Kaji again, $30 million just from one YouTube video. So these skills can even be applied at a tender age. But I am careful to note that this is not without risk. Allowing children to explore economically the world of the internet is very dangerous, such that they are exposed to economic exploitation and other matters enshrined in Article 32 of the UN Convention of Child Rights. But this is where the states, parents, and guardians come in to actually supervise and protect children from greedy businessmen and cyber criminals. This is where you need a lot of public education and actually supervising and overseeing what we are doing online. And there are several apps on the internet that actually help us do these things. But to my brothers and sisters, please, let's not go ahead of ourselves and think we are big and we can make decisions on our own. Let us help them help us stay safe online. Ladies and gentlemen, grab your boards, let's go surfing, but this time on the internet. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Persek Lego. And now to the next school, Infansipim, coming to speak on their topic. Let's give it up to them. That's right, that's right. I'm feeling the spirit right there.
The elegant chairperson, impartial panel of judges. I'm quite sure, ladies and gentlemen, the first thing you did this morning after waking up was to check your phone, to reply texts, or watch your favorite early morning shows. I myself loudly engage in such practices. This is the predicament mankind, especially our youth, faces now, the menace of electronic media addiction. According to research, you have 4.88 billion people who use internet and other forms of electronic media. Out of this number, 420 million of them are considered to be addicted to their devices. Now, this is no trouble at all. But ironically, if Steve Jobs, the inventor of the iPhone, iPad, and iPod, would himself place restrictions on his children's use of technology, then he must have seen something that we are not seeing. Technology is indispensable in our current dispensation, make no mistake. The idea here is not to exclusively eliminate all use of tech, but then if we can cut off all unfruitful hours spent on these devices, then we can say that we have mitigated these addictions. The question here is, what can I, what can you, and what can we all do to mitigate electronic media addiction in this era of digitalization? First and foremost, people need to know what constitutes addiction to e-media. Hence, stakeholders like the NCCE should take it upon themselves to organize nationwide campaigns. To complement the efforts of the NCCE, celebrities, influencers, and people with huge fan bases can take it upon themselves to take people off their devices. They can introduce challenges that give people real-life tasks to perform. An example is that of Chimamanda Ngozi, her read-along challenge, where she told her Instagram fans to read a chapter of her novel and then come and ask questions on it. Secondly, people should develop good time management skills. Activities during the day should be planned ahead in order to minimize distractions from electronic and social media. If one needs any form of external support, he can regulate the time he spends on phones and computers by using app blocks, such as off limits. With these apps, you can regulate your time and ensure judicious use whenever you access these electronic media. Next, in contemporary times, we find that technology is used as a solution to what is more or less an endless cycle, stress. I must admit, I used to seek refuge in electronic media. I used to game, I used to watch movies whenever distressed. But the thing is, gaming is fun. Watching movies is fun. But so is reading, and so is engaging in outdoor activities with your friends. Instead of constantly relying on technology to solve our stress problems, why don't we pursue alternative coping mechanisms such as meditation, walking alone, and then having meetings with our friends? Ladies and gentlemen, if you can implement these few but salient suggestions, which include awareness of e-media addictions and also encouraging healthier coping mechanisms in the individual and also helping the individuals to adopt good time management skills, then we can say we are building a better Ghana for ourselves. I am Master Stephen Owusu. Thank you.
Infanta Women's in the spirit. Right, and on to the final school for today, Sunyani SHS. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to them.
The chairperson, panel of judges, all dignitaries present, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, a great honor it is that we children have been given the opportunity to speak publicly as best orators in the country in relation to the celebration of children across the globe. I am speaking to the topic, digital inclusion and climate change. The chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, the theme for the ISPSC 2021 is digital inclusion, promotion and protection of child rights online. Everyone would admit that if there's been a positive aspect of the COVID-19 pandemic, it is that it has paved way for children to use online resources, to engage in education, perform assignments online and tasks, and many more. And this gives us the opportunity to resolve many challenges facing the world today. A key challenge the world is facing currently is climate change, and if left unchecked, humans and nature will experience catastrophic warming with greater sea level rise and mass extinction of species. Excessive emission of greenhouse gases causes global warming and other health hazards. Statistics from the Global System for Mobile Communication indicates that transport emissions accounted for over 24% of global carbon dioxide emissions in 2016. The area of primary forest worldwide has decreased by over 80 million% since 1990, according to the Food and Agriculture Organizations of the United Nations. Geological hazards such as hurricanes and earthquakes causes destruction of lives and properties. The chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, we face huge challenges, but there are potential difficulties with digital inclusion. With the challenge of greenhouse gas emission, online resources should be used in accessing goods and services to reduce human mobility. This will reduce the use of vehicles and cut down the emission of greenhouse gases. To combat deforestation,
Real-time digital monitoring systems, such as satellite images, drone aerial footages, and remote ground-level detection kits, can be used to make information widely accessible, protect areas from harm, and provide evidence to prosecute those who illegally destroy natural resources. The challenge with geological hazards can be dealt with through disaster preparedness and response planning, such as early warning systems, to gather information on an unfolding disaster and improve rapid responses to give people crucial moments to prepare to avert the potential difficulties that could be brought about by the disasters. The chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to end by calling on all children to use this era of digitalization to fight the menace of climate change. It is our future that is at stake. Let us protect it. Thank you.
Thank you, and we need to protect our future. So we've had the very first speeches from the schools. The schools today are Infantipim, Presec, YSHS, Ibri Girls, Ola Girls, and Sunyani SHS. Let's give it up to the brothers again. All right, so Israel, what's next?
All right, so I'm sure you've heard from now that you've heard from all of them, you would have in mind who you think is winning. What are you saying? I'm sure you see Priscilla. Hold on.
Okay,
how about you? Yeah? Okay. YSHS. Did you think you nailed it? We're going to find out in a bit, but there's a second round. So this second round, this is the way it's going to go. We're going to leave it to the judges, and the judges are going to ask the contestants questions. And this is what they're looking out for. How quickly you can think on your feet, and which will also show in how well you answer whatever question is put to you. So I was asking, okay, so how about, and you're going to be answering the same question. So I'm like, okay, how about I decide that I'm not going to go first. I'll go last, so that I'll have enough time to think about the question. He said, well, you can do that, but the person who goes first will score more. Okay? That makes it interesting, right? So this is where we're going to give it to the judges, and then the judges are going to throw the questions at the contestants. So you're going to be asked the question, and then you give us an answer.
But before then, we know each school has 2 reps. So if you want to make your swap, you can do it now. You have the opportunity.
Are you looking at swapping?
Now.
Who's swapping?
Who's swapping? Which schools are swapping?
All right, so we've seen 3 swaps.
Yes, from Ola SHS, from
Ibri Girls, and Sunyani SHS. Okay, great. So we're all ready to go now, right? And our judges ready. And this time, you have a minute to answer your question.
You can use your microphones by you to answer the questions to make things faster for you.
Yeah, a lot simpler.
So we'll help the SHS, YSHS.
I'm going to be by you.
Yes.
Okay.
I think today
I'll be your microphone.
Israel is your guide for today.
I'll be your microphone. So are we ready, judges? Okay. So then we're leaving it to you at this point.
Okay, thank you, Israel. We are very happy and glad that we are experiencing this, and their presentations were really good, like top notch. You deserve something. Okay, so Should we just select the schools, or you'd want to volunteer to be the first? Who would want to be the first?
No, so you ask your question and then they'll take it. Whoever goes first, yeah. So you're going to raise your hand, and then the first person who raises the hand will be the first person to answer.
Okay, so this is what we are doing. They are all going to answer different questions.
Different questions?
Yes.
Okay.
So
that's fine.
you should tell us if you want to be the first.
All right, so who would want to go first? Who would want to take?
Okay, so if we don't get anybody, we will have to choose ourselves. So we are going to start off with Ola, since they presented the very first speech. So Ola, SHS, please, you will answer the first question. We should have told you. Okay. Another school?
No, okay, no problem.
No problem.
Can we have the ballot box?
Sure.
Yeah, so let's do the balloting.
We'll do the balloting. Where's your sheet? Okay, that's fine. So we're going to quickly put together, and let's get some 6 pieces of papers.
Sure.
And then we're going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on it. And then we're going to go around, and then you're going to pick. And let's see what you pick. Whatever you pick, that's what you're going with. So if you pick number 1, you're going to be the first person to answer the question. And we're going to get to do that in a bit. It's not going to take long at all.
Okay, Israel, you can have these.
Okay.
And that's the first, that's the second.
Have the first, the second. And I'm going to get the third and the fifth. And then this, okay.
Don't worry, we'll mix it
So we
up.
got it all sorted.
Yes. All right.
All right, so do we have, yeah. Please open. We're trying to be as, oh, you have them already? Oh, okay, that's good. No, you have to fold them properly. Squeeze them. Nobody's going to see. So I'm going to crumple all of them. We have all 6. See, in the spirit of transparency, we have 6, okay? So do you have it? All right, great. Once you have that, I can go ahead and hand it over to them and get them to pick. Do you have that? Okay. So who wants to pick first? Nobody wants to pick first? Okay. No, you pick 2. It's 1. Okay.
All right, so who has number 1? Every girl has number 1.
So we've been fair. We're happy, right? Yeah. Okay, good. So every girl is going to go. Who has number 2? Okay. So Sunyani SHS has number 2. Who has number 3? Okay. 3. And then?
Number 4.
Yeah, 4. And this is number 6. So YSHS is number 6. And then clearly.
Is number 5.
Presec is number 5. Okay, so judges, you now have the order.
Okay, so who is number 1?
Every
Girls. All right, so Every Girls. Who is the Deputy Minister for Communications and Digitalization in Ghana? Deputy Minister.
Press it, just press it.
The Deputy Minister for Communications and Digitalization is Honorable George Anda.
All right, thank you. So the next school, please. Who is number 2?
Nyani SHS.
we are talking about digital inclusion here, but can you define digital exclusion?
Thank you. As explained from digital inclusion, making digital devices available to all individuals and also those who are less disadvantaged to get access to digital devices. So, in contrary, digital exclusion will making digital devices unaccessible to individuals, especially those who are less disadvantaged. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sunyani SHS.
Who is the next school, please? Infansipim, right?
Infansipim is the next school. You can lift your microphone so you can speak well into the microphones.
So, Infansipim, what is the difference between data and information?
Okay. So, thank you for the question. Data refers to raw facts or figures that have been gathered from maybe a survey or questioning. But the information is the processed form of data which makes those raw facts and figures understandable to the layman. Thank you.
Thank you, Infansipim. On to the next question.
Please, who is the next school?
Ola Girls.
Ola Girls. How can we achieve digital inclusion? Give us 3 ways to achieve that.
Thank you for the question. Way number 1, when we make digital literacy accessible to every individual. 2, through easier access to the internet services, like those far away from us, those in the villages, they can't access the internet easily. And 3, when digital tools are accessible to students who are not close or far, to students who are not close to, let's say, developed areas. For example, I can say in my hometown, they don't have enough computers to study. So in that way, they are excluded from from digitalization.
Thank you, Ola SHS. And now to the 5th question, Presec.
So Presec, what is the difference between digitization and digitalization?
Thank you for the question. The difference between digitization and digitalization is digitalization is more of a condition, creating an enabling environment where you're actually shifting things towards a digital initiative, taking something that is probably analog and taking it through that stage and making it digital. And then to make the word again, digitalization and...
Digitization and digitalization.
Yes, and digitization is actually the process by which you take something from being in an analog state as you have it to being digital. Thank you.
Thank you, Presec.
Sorry. Back to him.
Okay, the judge wants to say something.
Take it again, please.
Digitalization is the condition in which you're actually taking something from being in what I would term an analog state into a digital state. And digitization is the process by which you take that analog thing, to that state of being digital. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Presec Legon, and now to WA SHS.
Okay, so WA SHS. Why is cybersecurity important? Give us 3 reasons why cybersecurity is important.
Okay. Thank you for the... it is important in order to protect the internet from hackers and then fraudsters. and also to ensure that, so it is important in order to keep the
Okay, I think that's it for WA SHS. Let's give it up to her again. Thank you. Any further questions, judges?
Yes, so now we are moving on to grammar, and
Great.
George will take over.
First school, I don't know.
Back to the first school, which is Ola SHS.
Okay.
No, sorry, Ebri Girls Secondary School.
All right, so Presec has approached me. They would want to swap their representative, and I believe it's fair.
That's all right.
They're allowed to do that.
That's all right.
And what's your name?
Please, I'm Gideon Salifu Adondem.
All right. I think since we actually did some swaps, let's just run through and get the names of all of them. All right, so
Okay, Y is also swapping.
Why SHS also wants to swap.
Okay.
All right, so we're just going to run through all their names so we get to know who is now representing. Give us your name.
Adondem Salifu Gideon Presec Ligon.
Jaban Patrick, Sunyani Senior High School.
Mention it again.
Jaban Patrick, Sunyani Senior High School.
Ismail Zainab Kunate, one senior high.
Esmi Abned Bialabi, Ola Girls Secondary.
Yudia Pia, Ebri Girls Senior High School.
Stephen Owusu, Infant Pim School.
Okay, so it's now time for us to take our second set of questions, and the very first school is Ebri Girls to answer the first question.
Thank you very much. So the question. Use the past perfect of the verb lie, as to lie on a bed, to form a sentence.
The question again, please.
Great. Use the past perfect of the verb lie, as to lie on a bed, to form a sentence.
Can you spell it, please?
L-I-E.
Lie.
That's lie on a bed.
Okay, but that's not the word. You're saying the past perfect.
Yes, the past perfect. That's right.
Okay, so the word is not lie.
So to form a sentence, she laid on the bed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ebri Girls Senior High School. To the second school, who picked the number 2? Okay, Sunyani High.
All right. Use the past perfect. Use the past. Use the past tense of must. Must. M-U-S-T. In a sentence. The past tense of must in a sentence. Which school is that?
The past tense of must in a sentence. Must. M-U-S-T.
Okay, thank you. The director told him, you must attend the meeting yesterday.
Thank you, Sunyani Secondary School.
Now, question 3. Use the past perfect of the verb lay as you said something to form a sentence. Lay, L-A-Y.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Use the past perfect of the verb lay, L-A-Y.
Okay. Before I entered the hotel room, they had laid the bed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Infantsipim Secondary School. Now to Ola Girls Secondary.
Use the past perfect of the verb cast, C-A-S-T, in the sentence.
Cast. The fishermen casted their nets into the sea.
Okay.
Thank you, Ola.
5th question.
Is to Presec.
Use the past perfect of the verb hit to form a sentence. H-I-T.
Hit.
Yes.
She got hit on the spot.
Good. The last question.
The
Then go
last
to the
question is to
section A.
SHS.
Use the past perfect of the verb wind, W-I-N-D, wind, in the sentence. Should I repeat the question?
Yes.
Use the past perfect of the verb wind, W-I-N-D. In a sentence.
Verb,
Yes.
wind.
Wine. Please
W-I-N-D.
N-D.
W.
D as in dog. W-I-N-D.
So water, indigo, Naomi, diamond.
Wind. I don't even know the meaning.
Okay. Come again.
W-I-N-D.
Wind.
Wine. It's a word. Wine.
Please, it's not wind. Wind.
The word is wind.
You are using the word wind. It's a verb. The past perfect of it to form a sentence. Simple.
The wine blows into the house.
Come again.
The wine blows into the classroom. The wine blows that into the classroom.
All right.
Thank you, SHS.
Okay, we go to the section B of the questions.
Okay. So we'll start off again with Every Girls Secondary School.
So this one, give the meanings of the following sentences. Listen carefully. Give the meanings of the following sentences. All the students, but Kwame, failed in the exams. All the students, but Kwame, failed in the exams.
This means that everyone, with the exception of Kwame, failed in the exams.
Okay. Second school to answer the question. That is Sunyani SHS.
Great. No one except Kwajo passed in the exams.
With the exception of Kwajo, in the class or in the school, none of the students passed his or her exam.
Okay, thank you. The third question.
Third goes to Infantsipim.
The results of the exams was everything but good.
This means the result of the exams was extremely bad.
Come again?
The result of the exams was bad.
Okay.
On to the next school, which is Ola Girls.
He had no sooner arrived than he was arrested. He had no sooner arrived than he was arrested.
That means immediately he arrived, he was arrested.
Thank you.
Supersec Senior High School.
None except Musa passed the exams.
It means that nobody was able to pass the exam, but with Musa, as for only Musa, he was able to pass the exam among his peers.
Okay.
Thank you, Persec. And to
the last
Senior
question.
Secondary School.
We had hardly got home when we were arrested.
Pardon?
We had hardly got home when we were arrested.
When we were arrested.
Yes, so the question is, we had hardly got home when we were arrested.
It means they were arrested before they get home.
Okay. Now, for the results, I think that the first one, I said use the past perfect of the verb lie, as in lie on a bed to form a sentence. The past perfect of lie is had lain. Had lain. All right. Then the next one, I said use must. The past tense of must is had to. I can give you an example. It was late, I had to hurry. The present will be, it is late, I must hurry. Right. I think, apart from that, the others, okay, number 6. Use the past perfect of the verb wind in the sentence. The past tense of wind can be winded or wound. Winded or wound. So that's what it is. Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you, judges. Are we done with our questions? Okay. We are on to the next set of questions.
So
we'll start off again with Every Girls Senior High School.
Rosalind, this one is easy. It's easier than the rest of them. I'm hoping I will redeem.
We hope so.
I'm hoping I will redeem my friendly image with the students.
Okay.
So with this question, I'm going to ask one thing, and all of you are going to have a chance to give us an answer. We have finally produced a pen in Ghana, a pen, a writing pen. A company has produced a pen in Ghana, and you are part of the sales team. Your job in the sales team is to use digital media to promote the sale of this pen. Please, do you understand the question so far? We have produced a pen, a writing pen in Ghana, first one in the country. And you are part of the sales team of this company. And your job on that sales team is to use digital media to promote the sales of this pen. Is that clear?
All right,
Okay.
so we have someone raising their hand, and so they're going to go first. Just so you understand, this is the part where if you raise your hand, then you're going first, but it also shows how quickly you can think on your feet.
You have only 1 minute.
So, with one digital media I will start with is my phone. I would create a YouTube page and post a high video of the pen on my YouTube page. And also, I can take pictures and explain how and why my pen is better, and I'll post on my social media pages. Two, I can use a printer to make flyers of the pen, and like the amount of the pen and how easily it can be supplied to. And I would paste it around to make it known. That's how I would sell the pen faster.
This is Ola Girls, right?
Now, before any other thing, I'll ask myself, what is there?
Please mention your school's name before you start.
Persec Ligon.
Okay.
So please, before any other thing, I'll ask myself, what is the status quo? The existing state of affairs is that pens are being used more by students, people in their institutional facilities, people in their companies. So before I would go to any other company, I would zoom into these websites, social media platforms of these educational institutes, and also move to one institute to the other, maybe Presekle, Fansipim, Ibri Girls, and see the head of these institutes, so that first of all, I'll recommend my product to them, and after they see that it is very good, they will preach it to other people, and I'll get it on the market very, very fast. Thank you.
Sunyani Senior High School. So one of the first ways I will use to market this pen is to create an app or a website for the company that produced the pen. So I will create a website in marketing my pen, and then upload images of the pen, how this pen works, and then how it is better than the others. I'd also create apps, use.
Finish. Time's up. Time's up. You had 1 minute.
Fansipim School. I shall be employing 4 ventures in my attempt to sell this pen: YouTube, Instagram, e-commerce, and finally Google AdSense. I believe that foundationally I can boost the sales of this pen by creating a YouTube video telling people why they need this pen, and then also giving them the benefits of the pen. Secondly, with foundationally the Instagram page we would have as a company, I'd post pictures of the pen and reviews from people who have already used it. Thirdly, I would hook up on our e-commerce website to display the pen on that page. And lastly, with Google AdSense as an umbrella, I'm going to use AdSense to select my target audience, meaning secretariats, schools, and other people which will be fruitful consumers, people who would most likely use a pen. So that can be used to target the Instagram post and the YouTube videos. Thank you.
Every girl senior high school. Since social media is a very vital part in our society, I would employ the use of social networking sites like Instagram, where many people are signed up to. I would therefore advertise my pen on these sites. Again, I would also make use of mass communication avenues like TV and radio advertisements, where I would run a few second adverts on what my pen does and how you can get it, as well as the benefits. Also, I would employ the use of influencers and people with large followings to publicize my pen to the masses. Then again, I would also employ email marketing, a very important tool, because 64% of small businesses, according to adoric.com, say that email marketing is one of the best ways to get your product to sell. Thank you.
Please, the question again.
Okay. We have produced a pen, a writing pen in Ghana.
Yes.
This pen is the first of its kind in Ghana. Well, this is the first that has been produced by a Ghanaian company. You are on the sales and marketing team of that company. Your job on that sales and marketing team is to use digital media to promote the sales of this pen. How will you do it?
First of all, through advertisements on television stations and radio stations, I'll let people know the uses and the use and the importance of it, and then
thank you.
All right, so we have heard from all the contestants. They've been asked the question. I think this has been a really, really interesting round. I believe this was a very, very interesting round. I can see some protests from Sunyani, SHS. What's your protest? I'll defer to the judges. All right, so judges.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said, sir. Yes. Okay. Who? Sorry, Sunyani or Prisek? Sunyani Senior High. Is this the consensus of the whole room? Okay, then if it's the whole room, then let's give him his chance. You have.
Thank you for the opportunity. So as I was saying, first thing I will do is to create a website for this company, advertise the product on, that is the pen, on this website, and let all individuals know what the pen can do and why it is better than other pens on the product. Secondly, we have access to radio stations, we have access to television more than any other thing. So I will advertise these products on televisions and radio stations so that all individuals across the country will get to know what the pen is all about. And thirdly, I will use WhatsApp platforms, Instagram, YouTube to advertise all these products on. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Are we all happy now? Yes. Okay, a round of applause to all of us. We're going to give the judges some time to collate the results at this point. And this is where I want to bring in the 2020 Best Orator, Inshra Hayfron, to come and give us a speech. A round of applause for her, please. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. The Best Orator for 2020, the reigning champion. A round of applause to her once again.
Good afternoon, contestants, the chairperson, ladies and gentlemen. I am Desiree Inshira Hayfron, a former student of Achimota School, the best orator, and the winner of the Inter-Schools Public Speaking Competition 2020. This year's theme is digital inclusion, promotion and protection of child rights online. This is a very interesting and relevant topic for discussion, as we're in a technological era, and more children are introduced to exposed to both the pros and cons of using the internet. Since today marks World Children's Day, I think it is important that child's welfare is brought to bear in the presentations that the contestants are going to be making or have already made, and I ask that parents should pay more attention to the welfare of their children. I wish in future, though, since this is more of an academic exercise rather than a pageant, we should allow quiz masters, as is done in the National Science and Maths quiz, or English teachers or lecturers from different schools to award marks to the contestants based on their presentation skills, eloquence, and relevant points they make. I wish all those who participated in this competition but didn't make it thus far better luck next time. And since all the finalists can be winners, I wish you all the best of luck and may the best person win. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was Inshra Hayfron, who, as I indicated, is the best orator for the year 2020. All right, so we have the judges, they're collating the results. And so in the meantime, we're going to be coming to you to interact with you and what you make of the contest so far and your impressions. You can tell us. I think I'm going to stay away from the schools, because if I come to the schools, they're just going to tell us that, oh, it's all about their school, right? I'm sure the pre-seconds are going to say, or that year all the way. And then the infant Spain boys are also going to say, Boche all the way. Boogies to Abugis all the way. But anyway, let me start with the contestants and find out from them what they make of the contest so far and how they believe that they have fared.
Thank you very much. This contest has indeed been a fair avenue for us to articulate our ideas on the theme, digital inclusion. And so far, so good. I believe that we have all given our best and we have been able to put to the fore what we think can shape the digital universe in Ghana and across the world. Thank you.
Great. And to every girls, what are your thoughts so far?
I'm of the opinion that this competition has served as a great platform for enhancing and developing the skills of public speaking for not only me, but all the other contestants in other schools. And I believe that the best school will win.
Is the best school every girls?
Yes, please.
I was expecting that. Every school will say they are the best school. Okay, to Ola girls, what have you got to say?
Okay, thank you very much to the organizers of this program for giving us this platform to actually show the best among our best. And I know all the contestants tried their best and we've all done really well. So may the best school win.
May the best school win. And Ola is hoping to win as well, right?
Yes, please.
Great. To our secondary school, what's your take?
Well, we all did our best, and now we are waiting for the final results.
We are definitely waiting for the final results, and the judges will give us the results very, very soon. To Sunyane SHS, what's your take?
Thank you. This has been more than an opportunity to air my views on the topic digital inclusion, promotion and protection of child rights online. Because this, I've been dying to have my thoughts and then give information about digital inclusion, but I wasn't getting it. So today I've been served as a great platform in airing my views on that. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunyane SHS. And to Prosek Legon.
Since the orthodoxy of scholastic varieties have been
Wait, can you repeat that?
Okay. Since the orthodoxy of scholastic varieties have been our taste in the world of academia, I'm very proud and privileged to be a part of this contest. And for this competition, I would like to stand in as an epitome and thank DD Global for their good work. And I promised them, Presec promised them, all students in this country promised them that we will strengthen our perspicacity for the betterment of this country.
No, wait. What? Do you read the dictionary for a living? I want an answer. Honest answer.
It is an addiction.
Right. Okay. I wish I had that addiction as well, but I'm glad that everybody has taken home something. You have impressed us. We are surprised and we're excited about the future, because hearing young generation speak on such issues makes us excited. So where's Israel? If Israel is here, would like to go into the audience and speak to a few people. Okay, but everybody has a microphone. I hope it's working. Can we test it? Okay, so Okay, so Israel will definitely come around with his microphone and ask you the questions. So he's going to bring his microphone close to you, ask you questions, your take on the event so far.
Who wants to talk? Okay. All right, so introduce yourself first.
Yeah. My name is Bright John Tengi from Infantipen School. I have a bit of worry, and that goes to the judge. Musts, the past tense of must, I don't get it. I don't know since when did must, the past tense of must, got to do with to do, had to. All that I know is that must is a modal verb, which expresses obligation, all right? So if I want to express something in the past, I need not to introduce any other thing. Must is must. Must can also be used as an auxiliary verb. He must have come. So I don't get it. So if you can come again, that would be good for us because we are all learning. It's a learning situation. So I'm a bit confused here. Mr. Tata.
Great. I think I get that's a great observation. But you see, as you said, it's a modal verb. Okay? But we have, as I gave you the example, that it is late, I must go home. In that sense, sorry. In that sense, it is playing the role of a verb. That is what you must know. Yes, that is what it is. It is playing the role of a verb. So that made it hard to. I just want you to understand that part of it. I know you don't accept it, but yes, as you go on, listen to me. There are, we have several modals that sometimes we use them as verbs. This is an example of a modal that has been used as a verb.
Okay, so but can we then say that we can still use the word must in?
Come again?
Can the word must be used again in there? So you said to do, right?
Had to.
Had to.
Yes.
You said had to.
Yes.
So can we still stick to the word must in there to have a correct understanding to it? Had to, must is the same. So can we still stick to must? If I should answer with the word must, am I still correct?
Saying that, use it in an example, I don't get it right. Listen. Maybe I'm not getting what you are saying. But what I'm saying is this. If I use a sentence like, I must be there. I must be there. Where is the verb there? Where's the verb? I must be there. Where is the verb?
Be.
Good. So it's helping be. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. So that is it. So in that case, when I use must, the verb there would change in the past. That is, I had to be there. That is it. I had to be there. I must be there. It would be I had to be there. It can be I must be there for the past.
Okay.
That's what you should know.
Okay, so
We'll move on, but I think they are actually asking in order not to be scored a low point. That is why they are asking, because.
Yes, but in another case, what I said is the right thing. I just gave you an example.
But I was saying,
yes.
Could the two be right? Could the two be correct?
No.
Because it looks like either could be correct.
No.
Or it's not.
No.
All right. Thank you very much for the clarification.
All right. So can I have your attention, please? All right. So we can get to resolve this, okay? But let's leave that out for now, and then I'll take other reactions before we get to us, even as they're putting they're collating the results. Oh, okay. If there's a student here who has to talk, let me give him the chance.
My name is Okopa J. Thompson, supporting speaker for Advancement School. I must admit we've enjoyed our time here. We've had a very good competition from Advancement, the school, and the rest. My ability to determine the fate of the contestants from other schools brings to the table just one word: fatality. Thank you.
Okay, so here you have the school, Infansipin school flexing, right?
Thank you so much. Please, this is not the question of, I didn't mean to go back to what
Can you please speak into the microphone for us?
Sure, thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't mean to go back to the word, neither do I want to banter, but the judge question regarding the must, he didn't ask for the past tense. He asked for the past perfect tense. So if you put it back to him that he said past tense, so it's supposed to be a must, then I'm sorry, he was right. Thank you. But I want to share my opinion or my view to whatever is happening here. I don't know, during an era when they say someone is an orator, it's supposed to be a skilled person who is, able to speak to the public, expressing his or herself properly. But what I see here, few did what I understood on the orator side. A couple of them read to us, which to me doesn't make you an orator, because before you call yourself an orator, you should speak to me like what is in your mind. You should communicate. You shouldn't read nor present. But some of them at a point were reading. So back to my judges, I will be glad if you consider the schools who did a proper presentation, coming back to back from their head, not reading to us. So consider that, factor that in the judgment. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. Judges, were you looking out for that? Okay, so the judges are saying they were looking out for that, so.
Okay, I'm Michael from Mauli School. My problem has to do with the first judge. The first set of questions, the first question was more or less current affair, the deputy minister of, so I expected that question to go around so they can all have the ability for the recall. But the others had to now think on their feet while somebody does a recall, which I don't think was fair. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm Perez Juwon. To buttress the point of the national best orator, I think during science and math quiz, what we see are professors of science, physics, setting up questions and judging the procedure. We have enough English scholars and orators in Ghana. We need them during this juncture to be the ones to decide. And like the lady said, the definition of an orator, few include, may he so rest in peace, Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings, Barack Obama. These are people who stand on their feet, speak, and captivate the crowd from the get-go till they drop the mic. Yes. Yes, and she did very well. She did very well. So we have professors, skilled expertise people in this field who can do this thing to get it going. Instead of having this back and forth.
Can you give us a few names apart from the ones that obviously we can't have? The names you gave, we can't have Barack Obama. Late President Jerry John Rawlings is also not available. So can you give us a few names?
I know Kafui Day, he does a workshop on public speaking. I've been to one of his master classes. Then, also to the judges, some of the questions they read were not clear enough. And we all know that understanding of a question is part of the solution. If you ask me a question I don't understand, I've already scored 0 or nil. So I need to be able to understand your question as you are asking it, not how I understand it. Because I know as a communicator, whatever you are communicating to me, if I don't understand it as you are communicating to me, if I understand it in my own way, I might get it.
All right, thank you very much for your concerns.
Okay, so
Concerns
well
well
noted. Please hold on. So there's some very interesting development that I need to bring to your attention. Guess what? There's a tie. There's a tie. And we have to break the tie. So it will be between two schools. Okay? So we'll quickly figure out how to break the tie. I'll leave that to the judges. I'm going to mention the schools that are involved in the tie without necessarily saying where they place. Do you get it? So I'm not saying that there's a tie at number 1. I'm not saying there's a tie at number 2. I'm not saying there's a tie at number 3 or number 4. But there's a tie. And the tie is between judges. Hello, judges. The tie is between which two schools? Just mention the schools.
Okay, so it's between Ebri Girls and Presec Legon.
All right.
Okay, so before you jubilate, we are not saying tie for number 1. We are not saying tie for number 2, nor number 3, nor number 4. So don't jubilate yet.
Okay. So Presec and Ebri Girls. It's going to be between the two of you. So how do we break the tie?
So there'll be a question to both schools, and then we'll wait for the right answer, and that should solve the problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
So there's going to be, you want to swap? Okay, if you want to swap, that's fine.
I think Ebri Girls wants to swap. All right, can we have the swap from Ebri Girls?
And Presec is
and
also
Presec
swapping.
is also swapping.
Okay, so the judges are going to ask the question, and then you raise your hand, and you go at it. So judges, are you ready?
Okay. Controversial man is here again. All right. Still on grammar. Now, you're going to tell me the role, the function of a word. The trip will be risky. Now, what is the function of risky in this sentence?
Please repeat the question.
The trip will be risky. The function of risky in the sentence.
Presec and Ebri Girls. Who wants to go first?
Do you understand the question? You do?
Please repeat it. Please repeat the question.
The trip will be risky.
What's the function of risky?
Risky here is an adjective. The adjective. Sorry, risky is the adjective. Oh, sorry, it's describing the trip.
Go.
Presec.
Okay, Presec.
Go ahead.
Risky is an adjective describing the trip, how the trip will be. Basically,
Okay, judges.
It is a predicate adjective. So I won't give it to any of you.
You won't give it to any of them? Okay, so are you going to ask another question?
Yes, I will.
Let's have two different questions for the two schools. It's best. Two different questions for the two schools.
All right, are we ready to go?
So this goes to Ebri Girls.
Neither Kwame nor his brothers dash coming. What verb should be there? neither Kwame nor his brothers dash coming.
Has.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ebri girls. The question for Presec Senior High School.
No, let's give him a different question.
It's a different question for Presec, please.
My father, as well as my mother, dash eager to send me to school. Which verb? Both are wrong.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You have your questions, so just give us the scores because we don't have enough time.
There's still a tie?
Yeah.
There's still a tie?
Yes.
Wow.
Did not get the answer correct.
Okay.
Okay, so how do you suggest we break this tie?
Okay, so before we try to break the tie, we'll have to go off live television for now. For those of you at home who have been following, we are going on to our social media. We are not off yet, but from 4 p.m. we'll go on to social media,
right.
so you can follow us on our social media.
How do we break
are live.
How do we break the tie? What's your suggestion? Okay, judges, hold on.
Okay, let's take
judges,
from the judges.
do you have any other way? Judges, how do we break the tie this time?
We'll still ask them a question, and so yeah, we'll be right back.
So let's ask this question this time. Yeah.
Judges, same question for the two schools. Is that what we are doing this time? Same question for the two schools?
Yes.
Same question for the two schools. Okay. But don't forget that once we go off air, we are streaming live on Facebook, so you can follow us on our social media pages. Make sure you go onto Facebook. We will be live. The event is not over yet. We are yet to announce the winner of today's event. So we are waiting for the judges to give us the breaker question. So we hope the best school wins. I know everybody's eager to hear who is going to win, and you know, every girls, you were making so much noise when you heard of the tie. We are waiting. Presec, are you nervous? You are not at all. Oh, okay, all right. Okay, but the other schools are relaxed. You are relaxed. Okay, so why are you so relaxed, Efansipim? Oh, you think you are first? Oh, you know? Okay. All right. Every girl still knows that. Ola, you know too, eh? You're confident that you're winning, hands down. Okay. And for Sunyani Secondary School, oh, you are winning. The vim is on. All right, judges, are you ready?
Yes,
Good.
we are.
All right, so judges, let's hear you.
Okay, to every girls. Who is the current affairs again? Sorry. Who is the Deputy Minister for Information? No whispering, please.
No idea.
Presec, please. No idea.
No idea. Okay. How about we do this? Judges? Since we're talking about digitization and digitalization, let's give them each an opportunity in 1 minute to tell us what it is. Even though we've heard of it already, let's do that And depending on how they flow, we award them. So, ready? Are you good on that? Okay.
Okay, so you want to do the swap?
There's digitization and there's digitalization. We've talked about it already. Okay? So we're going to ask that you go take another opportunity to answer it.
Every girls is opposing.
No, this is just between the two schools where we have to break the tie.
They are opposing.
Every girls is not comfortable with it. Judges, what do you suggest?
Israel, please, are you saying we should give them a minute to think about it and come back?
No. I was saying they should answer the difference between digitization and digitalization. But they're saying Every Girls is protesting because that question has been answered by
Yes, yes.
Okay, so it's time for us to go off air. Thank you so much for watching at home. But then we are live on Facebook. So make sure you go on Facebook or Joy Prime TV. We are airing right now. We need to know who is going to win. So don't go off completely. Just go onto our social media page.
All right, so as Rosalind indicated, we're going off.